End of the evening, sun's starting to go down. Worked on the Falcon for a little bit today. Short little update. Got fuel lines done, spark plug wires need to go in. Timing, stupid Dodge trucks. Timing is set. Wiring works. I tested the coil yesterday in the end of the last video you guys are gonna see. Couldn't leave it alone. Put a couple marks on the ignition motor, on the distributor and on the coolant hose. Just quickly set it to a rough TDC. So I have everything timed directly at top dead center. That's gonna have to change once we actually fire it up. But at least I have multiple reference lines now to give me a baseline for timing. Got most of the fuel line stuff hooked up. You'll see that in a second. Need to grab some miscellaneous fittings, couplers, one little short section of 3/8 hose, which I think I got inside when I finalized the fuel system. But I think I finally got it dialed in to run the mechanical fuel pump. It's 1/4 inch MPT on the pump. So I just got to grab a couple of the 1/4 inch to straight fittings, which I might actually have because I use those quite regularly on the Harley stuff. So I got to dig through my bins of fittings and miscellaneous odds and ends. Other than that, I'll show you guys a quick engine bay video and repeat a ton of the things I just said. But there's where we're at. Hopefully by the end of the week, this thing will be running, not driving. I don't know why I said driving. That's overly optimistic. I still need a drive shaft, but we'll get this thing fired up and see if it's gonna work or explode. Another day, another, what seems like not much, but fuel line's fixed to the shock tower. So that comes down. Right now, just to verify the thread, it is 1/4 inch thread going into this pump. So I need to get a 1/4 inch to 3/8 nipple. I'm gonna run rubber line because it's fixed on the frame. Comes down, has a little bit of flex section that'll go into the pump. Then from here, same thing. It's 1/4 inch in the rear. This will come down, kick up, over, tie into the rubber section on the upper rail here. And then we'll dump it right into the carb. Ran into a couple other couple other little issues I ran into. I got to pipe thread this, drop this back in here because I'm not using that port. I need the same size one right there on the intake on the back side. Just plug that off. We're not running power brakes. Edelbrock carb also has the port for that, so that's going to get capped. Breather's going to get capped for now. Bolt manifold, everything's getting capped. I'm not running any sort of porting on here. Timing advance is irrelevant at this juncture. I don't need the timing advance for break-in on the motor. Then, what else did I get done? The stupid little things. I marked the distributor cap. This is going to be set on the distributor. This is top dead center. So, line the motor up at TDC, verified it on the spark plug. I also marked the keyway on the balancer when I slapped all this together. So made sure I was 12 o'clock position, so the cam and or dot to dot essentially. Timing is set there on the distributor. Threw another extra mark just for quick reference on the coolant hose. And I tested the coil yesterday. You should be seeing that video relatively soon whenever I can get that posted. But I do have, when I turn the ignition on, I don't have the battery in it now. I took it back out, put it back in the van. But the battery should be getting dropped off tomorrow. I got a ton of little hose clamp fittings and other miscellaneous odds and ends I gotta grab. Hose clamps, another little jumper section of 3/8 fuel line. But I am going to try and run the mechanical pump. Ideally, that's better. It's a brand new Holley pump. Should work fine once I get everything laid out. But hose will run down into the pump, come back up to this little bridge. I got one more hard line, so I can just I'll have like a 3-inch section of rubber line from this to the one that goes down that's all bent and flared up. That should drop me out with another like 2-3-inch section in the pump. So everything will be good to go. Ignition wise, I should be good. I had power from the coil. So I got a spark plug wire sitting on there still, but if I throw the wires in, this is the non-HO firing order. I think I am pretty much down to hooking up the rest of the fuel lines, wiring up the plugs, and trying to see if this thing is going to run. It's got oil. I got to top off the trans. Drive shaft is still non-existent, but in terms of starting and breaking this in, I should be in pretty good shape. If I want to get crazy, I can wire up the choke for initial startup, but I don't think that's really necessary. Where it's set right now, it doesn't have the electronic wire hooked up. I just got to tap one lead off of either the coil or this cluster of wires that eventually I'm going to go through, and that should be about it. So hopefully good chance tomorrow, good chance this weekend, one of the two. But I'd like to get this motor fired up and broken in by the weekend, and then that will give me all the motivation I need to get the drive shaft cut, figure that out, and try and get this thing running and driving and moving under its own power. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Quick little short update for you. Keep your eyes peeled. Hopefully by the end of the week this thing will have a running first start. Potentially grenade the entire motor with the crappy lifters that are in here. Who knows? Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. We'll all find out together. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate it. Bye.